What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is Our Kind of People, Season 1, Episode 5. So it is Cotillion Week, okay? When we start this episode off, we got Angie laid up with Tyreek. They are, enjoying each other's company, but she make him sneak out every morning because she ain't told Peggy and Nikki about the situation yet. But let's be clear, Peggy already know, and Nikki probably know too. But you know how people think they fooling somebody, child. Now down to the Franklin Estates, okay. Lauren got a horse to start off Cotillion Week because that is how they do things, okay. Cotillion Week is just, it is what it is. It's big time, okay. Now Papa Pope, aka Teddy, he is down in his study with the shakes. He's like, I don't believe this. This whole Parkinson's thing is creeping up on me faster than I had expected. But he is flying in a specialist from Geneva to give him some, experimental drugs. Because he's like, listen, you will not defeat me, Satan. Okay? You will not defeat me. Now we are at the photo shoot for Eve's crown. Nikki, of course, remember last week, is the spokesperson. She gets an email from the college of her choice telling her all these different things that she needs to get into the school of her choice. Now, she wants to go to Spelman College. She got to have community service. She's got to have this and she got to have that. And listen, I know y'all be getting tired of me of picking stuff apart of what's wrong and what don't make sense. But unless Nikki go to the worst high school in the history of high schools, there is no high school in 2021 where the kids do not know what the requirements are for the school that they're trying to get into. And most school systems, you need community service hours to graduate, much less for college. Like the stuff that Nikki was talking about, I'm thinking, why you ain't know you needed this? But neither here nor there. She is like, it doesn't make sense. I guess I just can't go to college now. Yada, yada, yada. So Angie gets in her head, well, the best way for her to go to college is to be in the Cotillion so she can have access to the college recruiters down to the Cotillion. So she goes over to Angie and Leia, and she begs her to let Nikki in the Cotillion. And she's like, listen, girl, this is not how it works. Like, this is a whole process. This is a whole line. Like, she can't just jump the line just because you my long-lost sister. I don't like neither one of y'all that much. And it's just not fair to the other girls who didn't make it, who were trying to get in as well. And she was like, she appeals to, her sensitivities, and she appeals to, she leans on the fact that, I know you don't like the fact that we sisters, but we all sisters. That's your niece, girl. So she says, okay, fine. You know what? I'm going to go on and let her in because I understand what it's like to be a mother who feels like they made some mistakes and they didn't do everything right. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let you in. But you need $25,000 plus expenses, plus address, plus. And Angie like, girl, okay, I got that. Now, later on, we find out that Angie sold her mama's vintage gowns. That probably came from Teddy in order to get the money together. But in my mind, I'm thinking, girl, if you had $25 worth of assets that you could sell in less than 2 or 3 days, why hadn't you done it before? But okay, all right, I'm gonna let you have that. Again, we're just gonna let it go. We're just gonna pretend like all of this, just gonna let it go. So then we see, part of the conversation that Leia had with her daddy was that they needed to look out for Tyreek because she felt like Tyreek ain't really doing what he's supposed to be doing. She said, listen, them live feeds into Angie's little shop, they've been down for a week, and he keeps saying there's some technical difficulties. And Papa Pope was like, girl, you done had it there for Tyreek from the beginning. Tyreek is solid and he is loyal. And she said, and what if he isn't? He was like, well, then God have mercy on him if he is not. So I was like, well, God better have mercy because he done sure took them cameras down. And Angie keep asking about the cameras going back up. And she like, well, they can't go back up, okay? Now, we are at Cotillion practice. And they going through the ins and the outs and the ups and downs. And child, everybody got a daddy except for Nikki. And Nikki is sitting there looking real, embarrassed. Because it's the father-daughter dance. And everybody got a daddy except for her. So, Angie decides that she gonna get up, put on a blazer, and try to, be like, I can be your mama and your daddy. Come on. And Leah is like, listen, we can't bend them rules. Like, this is tradition. It is a father-daughter dance. You need to either find a daddy or you need to find somebody to step in to be her daddy. Because this ain't how it's about to work. And then Angie going to talk about something. I thought this group was all about feminism and uplifting the black woman. And we just going to, you know, this is all about a penis. Yeah, the penis that gave, boy, you didn't give birth. The penis that provided the sperm. Absolutely, yes. It is called a father-daughter dance. See, again, these are all the things that you would know if you went through the proper process and y'all got this done the right way. But nah, y'all jumped the line. So she ain't got no daddy. Her daddy in jail. So you need to find a father figure. And of course, I'm sure, first thing I thought was Tyreek. But then I was like, well, no, Tyreek can't let nobody know that they really a couple. That they really hanging out and doing things together. You know what I'm saying? So Taylor comes up to Nikki when she's outside. She's feeling kind of bad. And she apologizes. She said, listen, girl, I'm sorry I done ghosted you. But me and Lauren are a couple now. And, you know, I really care about her. And, you know, I'm sorry. I really like you. You know, maybe we could still hang out sometime and, you know, Netflix and chill. But, you know, Lauren is my girl. And Nikki was like, it's okay. I understand. Now, Lauren shows up and Lauren plays nice. Now, I don't know if Lauren is really playing nice and she's really trying to, you know, be nice to Nikki, or if she just sees that Nikki and Taylor are close and she trying to make sure that that ain't more than what she think it is. You know what I'm saying? And she tells Nikki, listen, girl, I know the Spelman recruiter well. I can introduce you and I can put in a good word for you. You know, we are family, girl. We are family. So then she tells Nikki, then she tells Taylor, I would like for us to, I would like to escort you. I want you to be my date for the cotillion. And Taylor was like, for real? She said, yeah, isn't that what you've been wanting? She said, yeah, that's what I've been wanting, but I didn't know that's what you was going to do. She was like, yeah, I want us to really, you know, we're going to make our debut at the debut, right? Taylor was like, cool, I'm down for it. So Angie goes to Tyreek and says, listen, I need a favor from you. Can you escort Nikki at the cotillion? And Tyreek was like, listen, I would love to, but here's the problem. The problem is I'm supposed to be spying on you for Teddy, but I'm not really spying on you for Teddy. And Teddy can't know that I really built a real relationship with you, because then he gonna know that I'm betraying him. Remember them cameras that I took down? Well, listen, for real, when I put them up, they was cameras that peered into Teddy, that peered into your establishment. But I took them down when I realized that you really was a good person and you weren't the person that Teddy tried to convince me that you were. Angie was like, do what? Oh, well, you can go kick rocks. Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. And he was like, come on, Angie. Like, I told you what it was. Like, I'm letting you know that I wasn't really trying to do what you thought I was trying to do. And he was like, nah. She was like, nah, bruh. Step on. So the next day, Nikki is trying on gowns for the cotillion for her white gowns for her little debut situation, you know. And she tells her mom, Tyreek comes up and she said, girl, Mom, I know you and Tyreek are a couple. It's all good. We cool with it. And she was like, well, no, I mean, we kind of broke up. And she said, well, what you break up for? And she said, well, because, well, you know, he lied to me about something. And, you know, I got, you know, I can't forgive him for it. She said, so wait a minute. He came clean to you about doing something wrong and you still broke up with him? So of course now Angie feels stupid, like, well, damn, when you put it like that, okay. Then we have our Black History moment of the episode where we're down to the gun club and Morris Chestnut's mama is giving them history on the gun club, how it's named after a slave, it's owned by their family, and because a white guy had made a nasty comment about the gun club turning real murky during the summer and all of that, you know, insinuating all the black people there. And she was like, you know, at the end of the day, your best revenge is your paper. That same dude that just sat there and had something smart to say about too many black people being around, I charge him $2,000 a day to shoot at my club, and the next time he comes, it's gonna be $3,000. So we don't have to resort to, you know, digging deep and going in the gutter. We're just gonna hit them where it hurts, in their pockets. Okay, lesson over. Go and be married. All right. So Angie does go and apologize to Tyreek. And they make up. And in the process of them making up, Tyreek lets her know, listen, you know, Teddy got the whole situation with his brother. There was some sort of kerfuffle. And, his brother was trying to clean up the city, and Teddy didn't agree, and they didn't really get along. But then, because she confided in Tyreek about her mom, in the drug charges and the fact that she didn't know nothing about it. But she needs to clear her mother's name, how she thinks that Teddy know what the real deal, and that Teddy actually set her mother up. And so he was like, well, you need to get a hold. Teddy's brother kept journals. He was murdered, but if anybody, but the rumor was that, he was kind of, maybe knew some things. And, you need to get a hold of his journals that are, that happen to be in his home study. Listen, I know Tyreek is close to the family and everything, but how Tyreek know all that? Okay. So now they're like, well, we can't let everybody know that we together, but at the end of the day, how am I getting his house? Well, after the cotillion, they always have, after the announcement or whatever the hell, they always have a family dinner. And you just got to find your way to get invited to the family dinner. So she goes to visit Papa Pope, a.k.a. Teddy. And she plays nice and he plays nice. And neither one of them trusting the other one. And neither one of them really meaning anything they saying. But she apologizes and said, listen, I realize that, I have to give you an opportunity to try to make good and be open to, us trying to build some sort of a relationship. Can I invite you to dinner so that we can start over? And he says, you know what, as a matter of fact, how about I invite you to my home. I'm having a family dinner, and I would love for you and Nicole to come. Ding, 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 ding. That's what she was trying to do anyway. She was trying to get into it, right? Now, Morris Chestnut, he trying to find out a bit about this LLC because his little spy, a.k.a. his ex-wife, which I'm so confused because we heard the stories. So they've known each other since they were kids and they fell in love at the cotillion. But he got a whole nother wife that clearly don't nobody like because his mama told him don't get involved with her because the last time you got involved with her, it took us a whole lot to get her out of our lives. Do not go there again. And he was like, listen, I am not asking for permission. It is already done. She is investigating Teddy so we can get this company back. And come to find out, there's something with this LLC. So he's asking his wife about the LLC. And of course, she lies to his face and tells him that she don't know nothing about no LLC. And that's her daddy. And she ain't got nothing to do with it. All lies. Lies and lies. So he meets with the doctor from Geneva, and they give him this experimental drug. He's supposed to take it every 8 hours to help with the tremors. Whatever, child. So we having a party before the cotillion. A little kids party, whatever, little party before the cotillion. And Nicole and Nikki end up kissing again. And who sees it this time? Lauren. So Lauren don't say nothing. She keep it close to the vest. Because, she gonna get Nikki where it hurts the best. Okay, so we are finally at the presentation of the debutantes, and they're going through their whole ritual and everything, and each person has to come up and say what their future aspirations. Oh no, rewind, pause and rewind before we get to that. They are down. Lauren is down trying on her dress, and her grandmother, Morris Chestnut's mother, is trying to convince Leia to help her husband get his company back. She said, in my day, women knew their place next to their man, and your job is supposed to be helping your husband get his company back, but you ain't even trying to help him. Matter of fact, if I knew better, you probably ain't. Well, she didn't say all that. That was me. I was about to put some sauce on it. She didn't say all that. Okay, she didn't say all that. But Lauren come out, and not only is she showing her bosom, and her grandmother does not approve, she lets her grandmother know that she is escorting Taylor to the dance, to the cotillion as her date. And her mama was like, girl, that is fine. I love you anyway. I told you that I would support you in this. Grandma damn near fainted and was like, and snatched her arm away from Lauren. It was like, the hell? This not, no, what? This is not okay. I don't approve. I don't accept. And I will not okay with it. Okay? This is not what we do. All right? What you won't do on my watch is bring your, she said, well, grandma, I'm gay. You who? You are what? No, ma'am. That's going to be a whole situation. The other thing, Papa Pope was in the process of reading a letter that Angie, baby daddy, has said. Remember, we saw the letter last week, him writing the letter. Now, we still don't know what's in the letter, but we know he got it, and he was reading that letter when Angie came in and gave her fake ass, I want to be your daughter, I want to get to know you speech, okay? Now, the ladies, now we back at the ladies presenting themselves. The ladies are presenting themselves. They're saying what their future aspirations are. They're going through this whole ritual. Lauren tells her cousin, listen, there go the Spelman recruiter right there. She got the drop top, you know, the drop diamond earrings. She right there. Girl, that's her. So she gets up there to say her partner. Of course, she's nervous. And Taylor's smiling at her like, girl, you can do it. So Nikki starts talking about her aspirations is to go to Spelman and be major in creative writing and write novels that will change the world. So Lauren gonna get up and say, can I say something? I just want to say that this is my cousin. And even though, you know, it was an unconventional way that we came together, I just want to let the world know that I love and support her. And even though we grew up differently, and just because she has a criminal record, it doesn't mean that she's not a good person. So, of course, Nikki was like, girl, what? And, of course, she's embarrassed and she runs off. Lauren comes after her. And Lauren is like, she was like, Lauren, why would you do that? Why would you embarrass me? She was like, well, wait a minute, hold up. You was kissing my girlfriend down to the after party on the party bus, okay? So don't sit here and act all innocent. She was like, okay, but me kissing your girlfriend and you ruining my future, like, it just don't balance out. It just ain't the same. And while she's talking to Lauren, the rest of the cotillion girls come running behind them. And Taylor is like, Lauren, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that was so not cool what you did. What is wrong with you? And she was like, what you mean? What was wrong with me? Like, I'm standing up for us. Isn't that what you want me to do? For me to stand up for us and stand up for what we got going on? And she was like, girl, that is not what I meant. So let's be clear. We're not together. That wasn't cool. And I'm not escorting you to nobody's cotillion. Okay? Enjoy that. Just enjoy yourself. All right? So we're down to the house. You know, Aunt Peggy and Angie are like, you know, she hurt my baby girl. I can't believe that little demon child did that to my baby girl. And, you know, Aunt Peggy was like, well, I'm sorry you didn't get to go to your little family dinner. She was like, that's okay, because, you know, that's my daughter, and I got to be here for my girl. Child, Nikki came out and was like, we going to that dinner, because I'm done playing nice, okay? We need to get in there. We need to find the documentation to clear my grandmother's name. I'm not playing with these women. We're going to that party. Now, here's my question. How Nikki know that y'all need a documentation? You telling Nikki too much. Nikki know too much adult business, okay? Nikki ain't supposed to know that y'all was trying to go in there and steal the journals down to the Franklin Estates. But, okay, she know. And so they head in there. And, of course, everybody is shocked to see them when they show up for dinner. Lauren is like, shit. And she is, you know, playing on her phone, ignoring she got an attitude or whatever. So Papa Pope get up and he gives a big-ass speech about finally having his family together and them working on building a relationship and being one big happy family. So then Nikki says, can I get up and say something? So, of course, she gets up and she starts giving a speech about, you know, being different, being special, and, you know, making some bad decisions and some bad mistakes. So, of course, Lauren is rude to her. And Nikki was like, really, Lauren? This is what we're doing? Like, you still mad? You still jealous? I mean, well, she didn't say that. That's me, again, putting sauce on it. But she was like, really, Lauren? And now Leia is like, girl, Lauren, you are being disrespectful. She's trying to talk. You done already embarrassed us earlier today. What you gonna do is you gonna give her respect. And Lauren was like, why are we gonna keep sitting here giving this girl a pass? Because, of course, she ain't told nobody that she saw her kiss to Taylor. So her mother was like, listen, I'm tired of you, Lauren. You are out of the cotillion. Lauren was like, you gotta be kidding me. She's like, no, I'm not kidding you. You are out of the cotillion. And she said, you're not fit for eating dinner at this dinner table, much less being presented to society. So now you can go upstairs and think about it. So Lauren gets up from the table and runs off. And then Nikki act like she all upset and she run off. And then Angie go to run after Nikki. Girl, she get around the corner. Nikki is laughing. Nikki was like, girl, I did this so you would have an excuse to leave the table. Now go find them damn books, okay? So they come up with a plan. And at the same time, Papa Pope tries to eat his soup. He got the tremors again, and he can't get the soup to his mouth. So he get mad and he get up. And of course, it's this whole suspenseful thing where Papa Pope is going to find Angie going through his stuff looking for his journals. So then Tyreek come in and is like, girl, you looking in the wrong place. The journals are over here. And they got a journal for every year. It's like 1974, 1975, day by year. He said, listen, let's just get the 2 years around the time that your mama got arrested, because if we take more than that, it's going to be obvious. Not only is it going to be obvious, but where the hell you going to put him? Because they already had to try to hide him, and Tyreek, you know, put him, slide him behind his back so he could, because he got on the dinner jacket, so he could get out the house with him. Now, while this is going on, Papa Pope is in the bathroom. But he is having some sort of attack. I feel like it's some sort of a reaction to the experimental drugs that he's taking. And he ends up collapsing on the floor. But even though he collapsed on the floor, he can still hear Angie and Tyreek in the hallway talking about, come on, let's get back before they suspect something. Now, of course, he don't necessarily know that they done stole the journals, but he does now know that Angie and Tyreek are up to something. He can't say nothing because he having some sort of an attack, right? He can't say nothing. But, baby, that's where it ended. And it looks like we're not going to get another new episode until next month. I think they said November or something. So we're just going to have to be in suspense until they come back. Anyway, that's what had happened. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.